Bang, bang. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the Vets and Crypto Show.
What's up, everybody? You got to add yourself to it, too.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. You know, you start the thing, you got to mute the tab, yada, yada, all that good stuff. Hey, but we're here. We made it. Woo!
Ooh. The first thing I think of when I look at this is that I used to be that skinny, too.
All right.
These kids are so skinny, man. They look like they could use a couple meals.
Hey, did you save? Do you still have your uniforms?
No, I actually got into a pinch. I was living in Columbus, Ohio. I was in between jobs and needed money really bad, and they had one of these places where they would buy used clothing, like slightly used clothing. I sold everything. They gave me like $500 for all my uniforms because they would use them for props and stuff. So everything that they just cut my name off the tags, my name's on it, and my peak coat, the Navy peak coat, the winter one.
That's not a bad.
They gave me like $300 for that thing because they're real popular at the time. And so Randy was broke. He needed to sell all of his uniforms.
That's all right, man. No shame in the game. But so we call them our clothing bag. We would call it our body bag. Much it. Yeah, body bag.
We called it a sea bag.
Well, you had a true sea bag. Yes, the green duffel, right? The green duffel bag is a sea bag. Yes, 100%. But for the uniforms, because the issued one was just a black clothing, to protect it, and we called that a body bag. I mean, it was black, it zipped up, all your uniforms go in it.
Kind of morbid.
Hey man, blood makes the grass grow. Kill. It's when you're in that business line of work, I guess it is what it is.
Freaking Marines.
You gotta train them somehow, some way, right? It is what it is. But hey, everybody in the chat, thank you. Welcome for another episode. Greatly appreciate it. Harmonic Hexagon, thank you for joining. Got Hexagon Lost in Asia, my brother, Balliot Brand, local PNW dog, love you. Mr. Ted Nelson, Franklin, what's up? What's Gucci, baby? Woo! The Swamp, good to see you. I guess we could always pop these up and highlight our favorite peeps around the globe here. Man, it isn't. I think Franklin's is he Puerto Rico?
He lived last I heard he was living there.
Yeah. Thought I've heard that or seen that chatted about through the grapevine. And then what else?
There it goes.
We're
in the middle of Carnival right now here in Panama. The city is empty. Everyone went to the interior.
Where is that?
It's our version of Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
But it's the whole country parties for 4 days. Tomorrow's the big day, Fat Tuesday.
Okay.
Lots of mayhem, lots of nakedness, lots of babies being made. Here in Panama, the most amount of people born are in November because they're all carnival babies.
Okay. Oh shit. All right.
Like my wife, she's born in November, so she's a carnival baby. It's like, what were your parents doing in carnival?
That is hilarious. Oh man, that's hilarious. All right. So is that how it works? Okay. So like Franklin's. Okay, the link.
That means he's coming from my channel.
From yours. Yes, beautiful. All right. We'll get that figured out eventually here. Appreciate it.
Not the Epstein type. That's I'm an island boy, but not the Epstein type.
Hell yeah. Oh man, it's classic. You got to email. I mean, shit. Nowadays, I guess you have to differentiate between the two.
Yeah. Wait till you guys hear my new intro song for my YouTube channel. It's pretty hard hit.
Man, you are always working, man. Always creating and working.
Got to, man. It's how we got to onboard Pulse Chain.
Yeah. the ups and the downs. Obviously, a little dip the last couple of days, but it's coming back. Things are looking good on the pulse.
I got my PulseX shirt on today too.
Hey, look at you! Nice.
I actually made this one myself because can't get stuff like that down here too often.
Right. So let's talk about t-shirts. I'll bring it up. I kind of have it queued already. So here in the Pacific Northwest, we have our local Hexagon meetups that we do and whatnot. And like one we did last month was a bowling meetup. Brian was not there at that one, but we had RH Max, Steve B, Jerry, the whole crew out there and everything. And here's just a little glimpse at this bowl place that we do. That's good old RH Max there hitting the machine.
You're careful with that copyright strike there, brother.
Oh yeah. But so you see the shirt, right? So RH Max always makes great shirts. He always hands them out. It's very generous to everybody, and we always greatly appreciate it. From that standpoint, everyone just brings whatever they can to hand out, brochures, what have you, all that good stuff. And then this weekend, it was my buddy's birthday, so we're down in Portland, and some other fellow Hexicans invited us over to their house to do pretty cool. It was very cool. Yeah. Good times.
I see Chris Waddles is in the comments. He was in my squadron with me in BP26. So
nice. Welcome,
Chris.
Yeah, man. Yeah, believe in yourself. What's up? Yeah. So yeah, we like the background. Yeah. So what do you think, man? I was trying it up. Obviously, I got the natural background, but today I was just doing the traditional eagle, globe, and anchor with the
good.
The virtual back on there. I don't know.
How do you know there's a movie called Nope?
Oh, I think there is. Yes.
That's what Franklin's talking about. I've never heard of it.
Yeah. It's not the one with Sandra Bullock.
We're getting ready. We're working on the I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but I'm so excited, man. We're doing an NFT project, and I think, don't quote me on it yet, but it looks like I'm gonna be working with Red Squirrel on this one. So Red Squirrel's gonna do a Nope NFT project with me. He did such a great job delivering his own project. I said, can we partner up and do a Nope one?
Yeah.
I put out all the ideas for him tonight so he could figure out how much it's going to cost and how we're going to deliver it and those kind of things. But yeah, I'm pumped, man. It's like NFT projects, they reach a different audience. So it's important to have them.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Just giving Mr. Brian Magruder a shout out here.
Yeah, we got our hats.
There's details, look at that. Amazing.
Mine's one of the old school ones, one of the first ones he did. We'll see what the back says pulse chain on it.
Yeah.
Yep. I get comments all the time with the hats. People are like, those are beautiful. Where'd you guys, because my kid's always wearing his PulseX hat out in public. And it's so well done. Chris was not well behaved.
Well, hopefully he didn't end up in the brig or
no, not that kind of well behaved. He's always getting in trouble other ways.
Good,
okay, Franklin, I'll watch it.
Yeah. So have you heard of Evergreen Miner?
No.
Basically it's this guy, Dylan. So because of what's his name, Hex Orca, or not too spooky, but anyways, God, I'm having a brain fart. But anyways, Orca, right? Cookies, aka Cookies, and all of his other handles, Too Spooky or whatever. I forget.
No, Too Spooky's he's the founder.
He's the other guy. Yeah.
Orca was the one who did it. He was one of the first NFT projects for during the Pulse Chain sacrifice, and him and I got into it, had a little fight. That was
Orca. So via that route, I got introduced to Chia. So from Chia, you can. I tried going down the route of, getting the hard drives and doing it myself, and wasn't overly successful in implementing that and getting it up and running per se. So, on one of the streams, came across Evergreen Miner. This gentleman, Dylan, started in his garage and building the hardware for it. He's a hardware guy, and he put it together, and it's mining Chia. Well, then also down the road here, the Tang Gang got into it, and now he had built hardware and for Tang Gang, and then there was 50 NFTs attached to it and whatnot. So just give you a quick overview of who that is. Let's see if I have it pulled up here.
So Chia's what? A proof of work token?
What are they? But it's obviously decentralized. They utilize hard drive space to pull that up to
like IPFS, Internet Planetary File System, and Interplanetary File System. That's what IPFS is. So they use extra space on people's hard drives.
Yeah. So I'm going to show this real quick. So this is Dylan, somebody interviewing him, and this is kind of a back. So this guy was doing it out of his garage. Started out of his garage. We've heard this story once or twice before, right? But now he's, I think, yeah. And let's hear what he says to say.
First hardware podcast or first hardware founder of season 3. Nice. So Dylan, you're the founder of Evergreen. What is Evergreen?
So Evergreen creates devices that help people make money from their hardware. We started with a crypto mining device that uses hard drives. And so people just plug it in and they just start making money.
And generally, when you talk about hardware, especially early stage hardware startups, you really don't think about.
All right. So basically he did 1 million in 3 months out of his garage.
Just selling the hardware.
Just selling hardware. Well, he has the OS system, the software, and the hub, and it all goes together as one package. And there was growing pains and everything of that nature, getting it up and running. But now he's hired other people now that there's a demand, and it's coming along pretty good for him. I was just gonna pull up. Let's see, TG. Bear with me.
Hey, SJ here. SJ showed up. What's up, SJ?
Hey. Good to see you.
Fast Abdul says, "Who are these fruity dudes?"
Right. So, this is the website, Evergreen Miner, and I think they have a few more left. But these are what the machines look like. So you have the operating system, the hub, and then each one would be a stackable hard drive that you add on. But he was doing NFTs with these in this specific starter kit that they did. But just some food to think about. in the future there. It's interesting. So you can mine whatever you want. So I think that the rate that Tengang is going with the creativity and everything, it's going to open up a lot of different doors for them to create and do whatever they want. But you see how they're stackable?
Right.
You just add them on there. And it's all about the terabytes, more terabytes, the more processing, the plotting the farms. You can join a pool, and all that good stuff.
So it sounds like it's you're doing these in order to mine proof of work, something that's proof of work.
Yeah. So there's the back. Yeah, he's got an app. You can monitor everything. Oh, something to think about, something to check out. Just different. It's always interesting to see what people are doing.
Yeah, it's not just coins and tokens and NFTs. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes as well. I like the NFTs that David Feeder is doing with each NFT is worth one pulse chain validator. So that's creative way of utilizing NFTs.
And that lowers the barrier of entry for people where they don't have to have a full 32 million pulse. You can come in with 8 million, what have you, and just like a liquidity position, right? It'll you get that NFT, it's your place marker, and that represents your share of the LP, or in this case of the validator. And then Feeder goes in the back end, makes puts a system together, and next thing you know, bang, bada bing, bada boom, you're getting paid out in PLS, for the rewards. It's a beautiful, amazing concept, actually. The GOAT guys, I think, are onto something on that one,
Absolutely.
So, for Schnizzle.
I'm going to have a meeting with, what's his name soon, Too Spooky, and kind of pick his brain. I told him I'll pay him a bunch of nope if he just takes an hour with me.
Well, yeah, and I hope you have them on our private group chat as well.
Sure.
Today
we had, for those of you guys don't know, you're not in my no permissions group. Today we had on the guys from PulsePot. PulsePot came in and talked about their project, which was the first gambling platform on Pulse Chain. And the guys from 2Fucks, they came on and talked about their protocol, which is a way to increase your voting power on Fucks, which means you make more money. Instead of maybe 50% APY, maybe you can make 70 or 80% using 2Fucks to increase your voting or your APY in your pool. And who else talked? Kinetics came in and talked about Pulsar and how the white paper for Pulsar might be coming out in the next couple days. So
okay,
that was interesting. So today's call was pretty productive. I'm so happy that it went well. And then so it's evergreenminer.com.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna retweet.
I caught a part of that. I was a little late this morning. Be part of the replay gang, getting caught up on the no permission private chat for sure. If everybody would please pop over, say hello to the Vets channel, and subscribe and
pick up some Vets tokens and provide liquidity with them.
Yeah, man. And you know what? Speaking of that, thank you very much. That was very generous of you to do that. And it was a little bit of a nice little green candle there. I was kind of pleasantly surprised. Multiple people jumping in and helping out. You can find the Vets token has been available over on the 9-inch decks. And you can copy and paste the contract address from Deck Screener and paste that in there, and it'll pop in there like $4 increments or so. I've been keeping the slippage down pretty low, and we're going to use that in the future for charities and different things. We'll team up with an NFT artist and hopefully get something going there. And then if you make a donation or make a purchase of an NFT on the back end, once we get that established, if I have to do it manually initially, whatever, right? Just to send the Vets token to that address that purchased the NFT, and then we'll ideally, in the much decentralized manner as possible, send those funds out to a charity organization, and get that
it's
going.
okay to do things manually. I mean, remember when I had to do the airdrop for Note back in December, there was some issues with there was an upgrade to the RPC, so it wasn't working on that. Remember, you sent me an automating tool to use, and they had just gone through an upgrade on the system, so I couldn't do it using that to do each one by hand. Man, it took me like 3 days, and because people kept sending me, "Hey, Randy, can I get my tokens?" Yeah, I'll get them. So I still every couple of days I get somebody, "Oh, Randy, I still haven't claimed my tokens." Okay. Here's your tokens. You want them now? 20x. That's why you want them.
Oh man, right? I guess since we're one last thing I want to share here before maybe we get down into the nitty gritty of 9-inch and what they got going on is I just want to bring up to people's attention here. So this is Fieldcraft Survival. The founder and owner is Mike Glover, and they're based out of Utah, and they do all sorts of training all over the place. Just threw that in the chat there. But everything from handgun training to different scenario-based training, you name it. They're doing it. CQB, close quarter combat, ground defense, just rolling on the mat, learning some jujitsu, bleed, just in case you have a bleed out, stop the bleed. It's always a big thing. A lot of people, my friends, always give me a hard time because I legit carry a tourniquet with me. I always have one on my waistband, amongst other things.
Even when you're not out there doing stuff, you still have a tourniquet on you.
Man, we went out to a music event Saturday night, and yeah, sure as shit, I had that on me, and it's all plastic, so like I have like a case for it and stuff, and it doesn't set off the metal detectors or anything like that.
You're hardcore.
I mean, bad shit happens no matter where you go. Bad people can do bad things at any given time when you least expect it. So this is all about just giving you the tools so you can react. So the more training you do, there are women classes, Texas, Utah, New York, all these things, surviving in the wilderness. This is what American citizens need. There was actually a bill presented by a Democrat in like West Virginia or upstate New York, somewhere, but basically was making it illegal to congregate for these type of classes. You would be a felon if you were to congregate and talk about these type of things. They did, and this is like in the comments section of the before it goes to vote or anything, just somebody floating this crazy shit, but it was okay if you're in the parking lot, getting ready to go out in a parade and a bunch of military veterans get together and form a group prior to going out for a parade, that was deemed okay. But if you're going to do some training, no.
No more Boy Scouts. You can't join the Boy Scouts anymore.
Right? I mean, man. Like it's getting to be that pathetic. So anyways, Fieldcraft Survival. I'd recommend just checking out some of their YouTube channels that they got going on. They collaborate. So a lot of the special operators and stuff coming back have done, started their own businesses, whether it's a knife company, a lot of, bourbon companies, this, that, distilleries, what have you. They're making themselves useful.
You know what this makes me think of? Remember there was a church shooting over the weekend. Joel Osteen Church.
Yeah. So reading up on the details on that one, a gentleman came in, and more crafty. And they always say the lone wolf is the hardest one to stop because it's the person acting by themselves. And they haven't, talked about their plans or anything like that. They just execute. And with this one, there's red flags. And we say situational awareness, right? So red flag, and I think, are they in Texas? Is that right? So, anyways, so a gentleman comes in with a trench coat. But the probably one thing that may have thrown it off a little too is he comes in with a 5-year-old. And I don't know if it was with the stroller, but there was male person. Well, it may have been a transgender because somewhere in the line they very carefully put the human anatomy shows that this was a male. So anyways, so it may have been a disguise, if you will, with a 5-year-old, but the person was wearing a trench coat, had, opened up with the long rifle, and lo and behold, off-duty officers there stopped the threat. Could have been a lot worse. And you hear about churches, and rightfully so, providing their own security. And, you're not going to know which ones are posted up or sitting in the pews, but don't think that churches are open hunting season, because they're not. There are many that take the security and will, there are many.
They say it was a woman, Janice Moreno.
There you go.
Houston police say a Conroe woman's anti-Semitic writings. Well, I'm not going to go into all the stuff, but yeah, and it's Houston. That's where the church is located.
So and this is the thing, like, always pull information from multiple sources, right? So yes, on the rifle was prescribed, something about Palestinian, free this, free that. And in an article I read, they stated, they didn't say anything about transgender. They just said the body was autopsied as a male.
Interesting.
And now you just read on a separate source that it had a female's name.
Confusion everywhere. I swear to God.
Yeah, but male or female, bad things can happen. It's not just random, But anyways, we digress, and so keep your head on a swivel is the primary focus.
And back to the tourniquet. Always keep a medical bag in your vehicle that has all the stuff you need.
Yeah, blowout kit, what have you. Stop
get
the
training
bleed.
for God's sake.
Yeah, it's important. It's imperative. And your everyday things that you wear, your belt. You can rip t-shirts, to tie off. Always go high and tight, up in the groin, up in the armpits. Just cut off the. You don't want to feel a pulse wherever you tie it off. You should not feel a pulse down here. Go to the ankles, right on the Achilles heel. You shouldn't feel a pulse, in that regard. But just things always head on a swivel. And so
let me tell a story really quick. I didn't really want to tell a story because it's my major PTSD moment when I was in the Navy. When I was stationed over in Sicily, I was at home one night just doing my nightly jog in Valverde, Sicily. It's up on the mountain. I was way up in the mountain because I like the snow up there, the beauty. And I was out for a jog, and all of a sudden I hear boom, I hear a big old crash. And I go around the corner, and a motorcycle had gone around the curve, and there's 2 passengers on it, or 2 people on the motorcycle, so he couldn't stay on the line, right? So he hit a car head on, and I'm a nurse, EMT, intermediate. I'm not a paramedic, but an intermediary, which is the step below paramedic. Mm-hmm. So I go running to the scene, and the guy was on the ground, and his head had hit the windshield. He wasn't wearing a helmet, and his head was just mush, right? So I knew he was dead immediately. There's nothing I could do for him. So he's just twitching on the ground, And his girlfriend or wife or whoever she was sitting on the pavement about 20 yards away, and I ran over to her, and she's sitting in a pool of blood. Mm-hmm. So what had happened is when the motorcycle hit, she went, and the gas tank opened up, and it sliced her right open, right, on her femoral artery. So she's bleeding out. and I went to go help her. And I remember, mind you, this is 1997. Okay. So still, 20 years or 30 years, that's a big difference in culture, things the way we were in the past. And it was really, she bled out. Okay. She bled out right there in the scene. I had the one lady put pressure on the wound. But remember, it's the femoral artery without doing a full.
Yeah, that baby's going.
Yeah. There's nothing you really can do.
It's a squirter.
So she was dying, but the Italian police, the ambulance came, and she was still alive. She still had a heartbeat, and they took the man first, and he was already dead. And I was screaming at them at the top of my lungs. I was like, "Look, she's still alive. You could save her. She has no broken bones or anything. She just has you put a tourniquet on, you might be able to save her." And they didn't do it. They took the man first, even though his head was like a cracked, when you hard boil an egg, you smash the eggshell and it's all mushy. That's exactly what it felt like. So, yeah, man, that was I wasn't even on duty. I was just out for a run. And, I ripped off my t-shirt so they could put pressure on her wound. And yeah, neither one of them made it. So really
Jesus. Sad. That is horrible. Yeah, I mean, literally, you only have like 30 seconds or so. I mean, to really tie it off and keep the blood where it belongs inside the human body. It's a race against the clock, 100%.
Mm-hmm. And another thing too, I mean, this goes for travelers especially, or even when you're in your own cities. Never sit with your back to the door. Always be paying attention. Always.
Yeah. So live your life in condition yellow.
Today's world, especially.
So that means like going in a restaurant, you find where your back is against a wall or where you can face and see the main entrance where people are coming in. So you can at least identify the threat and at least have hopefully a few seconds to identify the threat and what actions are need to be taken. And hence, we may sound crazy about all this, but when you walk into an establishment, a physical structure, always look for the exits. Where's the nearest exit? Like where can you, grab your family, loved ones, people in your party, and diddy mow and scoot, skinny out the back.
Yeah, my wife called me paranoid for years until one day her sister was standing in front of us eating, and then she started choking right in front of us, and I recognized it within like 5 seconds. She didn't even do this. She didn't even get to the point where she was doing. I just saw her face go like that. Went pop, and there went the whatever was in her throat. Know your Heimlich maneuver. Know your basic medical stuff. Come on, guys. It's not hard. Go to a day-long class from the Red Cross and learn how to save a life.
Well, yeah, and we'll just say like CPR. I mean, that's just do an 8-hour course, get CPR certified. It used to be, like 100 to 1 or whatever, compressions to a breath. Now they're all just about just think John Travolta staying alive. You hum that out, and now it's just mainly about compressions. Maybe if you're pumping for a while, you give a breath or something after you direct somebody to call 911. You start working on the person, all that. Tilt the head.
Just keep the oxygen moving. Just with it that's in the blood. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, for sure. But hey, what's up, T-Rex? Good to see you, brother. AJ. Since you're back in here, buddy, I just wanted to, I was talking about earlier, how we were we had dinner over at good old Nancy and Jim's. They took care of us really well with ribs and some shrimp and salmon and boom. Member of the No Permissions family.
Yeah, was that at an Indian restaurant?
No, no. This was at Nancy and Jim's place down in Portland, Oregon. That was in their house. They're worldly travelers, and have really cool stuff. It's not any standard IKEA stuff. They had some real beautiful home designer decor going on in there for sure. It was good. It was good. And then John Boy Crypto drove up. That was always good. Good to see him. So what's going on with 9 Inch? What are they doing? What's all this BBC stuff going on?
Yeah. So I woke up today to some really good news. They just rolled out their staking portal for receiving other tokens. So any meme coin, you can just go to the casting couch and get approved, and you send some coins to their to the team, and they'll set up a staking pool for you where you can stake BBC tokens to receive another token. So as soon as I saw it was going, I messaged a crypto mediator, who's the founder of Badge Token. He launched Badge.
Love it.
So I messaged him. I said, "Hey, how did you get your token on here so quick?" He goes, "Oh, look." He goes, "Just let me know. Do you want to have Nope?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's do Nope." So I sent them 10 million Nope tokens today to reward people who stake BBC, and they can get Nope for free just by staking their BBC. So,
wow,
very, very cool. They're really on it, man. Look, people can talk shit all they want about the 9 Inch launch, because yes, it was abysmal. It was like you see one of those ships launch that immediately sink. Mm-hmm. That's what happened with 9 Inch. They didn't do a very good job at the launch, but they're recovering nicely. And I've been saying that for a long time, that once the market gets going and once they fixed all of those little glitches they had in the first 2 weeks, that it was going to be fine and dandy. And the people that are supporting it are really cool. So the God Whale of 9 Inch, my buddy, who's also my partner for Nope Token, he is right there next to them. If you would have paid, if you saw a couple weeks ago, there was that huge pump for 9 Inch on Ethereum. It just went. There you go. These are some of the tokens.
Yeah.
Is that a screenshot?
No, it's their website.
Okay. Yep. So you connect your wallet, then you have to approve the smart contract. There's the Nope token, and then you just total stake 268,728 BBC. Wow, people are really getting into it. Wow, already. That's amazing. And you'll get paid out Nope. If it goes well, every month I'll keep at it, because it's great marketing for Nope.
Yeah. And then you've been working on the liquidity for Nope, right? That's kind of
we just passed 1.2 million.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
1.2 million in liquidity. Wow. And our total market cap is 2.4. So 50% of all the tokens are in liquidity right now. So if you took out the OA, which is about 35% of the tokens, that means there's only 15% of the tokens liquid. I think that's pretty darn cool.
Yeah, it is. That is something to be proud of. It's nice to plant the seed, water it, and watch your project blossom and bloom, and you just keep watering it, nurture it. Everything takes a little time.
No, I have not. I've heard of testicles. I know a couple people in the No Permissions group have some. It's the ladies too. It's so funny. Is all the women own testicles. I'm grabbing the badge, and
grabbing the badge.
I don't have any testicles.
Oh boy.
I haven't bought any testicles. I have my own. That's enough.
Yeah. You're good on that one. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, man.
Hold on. I know Waddles is in the chat. I'm not going to say names because I'm sure the guy wouldn't appreciate that. But we had a guy in the squadron now. He had One Nut, and his nickname was One Nut.
Oh my god, that is hilarious. So what's up with the airdrop here? Do you know how's this working?
So anybody can do an airdrop on 9 Inch now.
Wow.
So you import the file with your CSV of all the addresses that you want to send your coin to. You select your coin, and then boom, 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 boom. It automates it for you, just like that tool you sent to me.
Right. Okay. They're just putting it out to the world. Wow.
Yeah.
It's out in the wild.
Yeah, this is great. The stuff that's happening right now, this is all going to be great marketing for 9-inch. They're making it lots of tools to help projects do marketing to get their coins in as many hands as possible, and that's exactly what we need.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. And I think a lot of people forget they're on Ethereum as well.
Yes,
it's not just
I actually own more 9-inch Ethereum than I do 9-inch Pulse.
Yeah, bullish on the ETH side, right?
Yeah. I just think that's the one that we need to be using to onboard people to Pulse chain.
Yep.
Here, did you want me to do? You want me to go over the charts really quick?
Yeah. Are you able just to share, or do I need to pull something up on my end?
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
There we go. Is it up?
Yep.
You just have to add that screen.
Gotcha.
Let's go over crypto in general. So what's happening with me is I'm not streaming on Sunday nights anymore. I'm going to stream do the Bets and Crypto show on Mondays, and then I'm going to have my giveaway, my gambling show on Wednesdays, and I'm going to start doing regular recorded content rather than live stream content for education purposes. So that's the difference now, and because live streaming I enjoy it, but I don't get a lot of times I don't get to say the information clearly enough. And when you record it, at least if you mess up, you can go back and fix it.
Right?
You can't do that when you're on live stream. All right. So here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin just $50,032. Boom, we're over. This is the support line, and I think we're going to stay over it now. We're in a full bull market now. As you can see, this goes back for about 6 months. This is the weekly chart, and when we got this green Aurochs indicator, this complemented the monthly that was already a green. So we had red here, then 6 weeks later it went, or 7 weeks later it went green again. So I'm super bullish right now. We're going into the halving. So when Bitcoin does good, everything else does good, right? So guys, I was bullish. I was bearish right here because that was just a buy the rumor, sell the news event when the ETF news came out, and now we had that pullback. So let me get back and make those a little quicker. Closer, I mean. So bearish, and then when it went down here, I went bullish, and then the indicator came along 2 weeks later, and now we're green. So we're good to go. Up 3% today. We're over 50,000. Next stop, who knows? Before the bull run is over on this pre-halving event, I would say the end of it's going to be somewhere in March. Maybe the last week of March. That's when the big money will start pulling some Bitcoin, and that's when the bull probably will slow down. And that's typical. The big guys like to sell before retail sells. Then you're gonna have that pullback sometime right before the halving, which is around April 22nd now. So just be ready for it, folks. Don't get too nervous. Just hold. Frankly, I'm not even gonna trade it. I'm just gonna hold through it. And this is Ethereum. Ethereum's been, doing the sideways thing for a while now. This is the monthly, still green. Let's pull up the weekly. Guys, I really don't even look at daily charts anymore. They're not even really that important to me. Right. If you've been following me for any amount of time, I told you guys that in order to confirm that we're back into a bull market, we needed to have a little battle. And we've had that battle. Look, red, green, bull. Now we're in a bull market. I've been saying this for at least 2 years. That's what we needed to see again to show us that we're going back into the bull. Actually, you could maybe argue that it was back here, the battle. But this right here was during the whole buy the rumor, sell the news event for the ETFs. But we're definitely on the green now. And like Sami, I don't know if I said it first or if Sami said it first, but the the Ethereum ETF could be the news event that is the top of the next bull market. And the only reason that will be true is if it doesn't get approved in the next 6 months. If it gets approved in the next 6 months, then that won't be the news, the piece of news that'll cause the top. Like last cycle, we had Coinbase listing on the stock exchange. We don't know what it's going to be this cycle, but it could be the Ethereum ETFs getting approved. All right, so let's look at good old Hex. Look at that. Yummy, yummy. This is the daily. This is eHex, guys. So we were at 0.0074. Now we're at 0.0105. Ooh, that's just fabulous. Over a cent on Ethereum. Yes. I didn't even know that. This is the first time I've seen it. I didn't know we were back over a cent. And look at the weekly. Look at, we have that battle. Green, red, green. That's, well, let me go back here. Red, then green, then red, then green. Battle is done. It looks like, and then we could actually say that this is our trend line, right? Going up like this. We're in a freaking bull market, man. No doubt in my mind. So
the trend is your friend.
Yeah. So that's where we're at, and I'm excited. It feels good. Just don't be shaken out when the ETF news comes out. People are retail traders. They get scared and they start selling. If you don't sell, you're not going to lose, because 6, 8, 10 months from now, you're going to be so happy that you didn't sell.
Yeah, don't get caught slipping, man. I mean, now's the time. Should have been here accumulating during the bear and blocking out the FUD and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we're past the accumulation phase now. Now it's just get all you can before the ship takes off, man.
Yeah, it's kind of like a snowball. It just picks up and keeps moving faster and faster and faster. And just don't.
I'll tell you what's got me excited is the whole Titan-X thing. My miners, my 66-day miners that I don't even know how much you're into Titan-X, but I know AJ's into it and a couple other people. My miners are 54% ROI right now, and a lot of the guys are like, oh, if it's anything under 100% ROI, it's not cool. What the hell are you talking about, man? I put in 0.2 ETH and I'm taking out 0.3 ETH, and ETH during that time has gone up by a couple $100. Whoa, that's a win, man.
Yeah,
that's a nice win. So I'm cool.
I agree. Yeah, I'm in on that as well. Looking forward to the Pulsar, right? Kinetics and Kool-Aid coming out with that, and that's going to be their way to bring it back to the Pulse chain side, since I don't, Jake has stated otherwise, that he has no intentions of launching on Pulse chain.
But he can't stop us from doing it.
Right. So we'll see where that leads, but I'm very excited for that aspect of it. So
did you get to watch today? I can't remember. Did you watch today's call?
I was in and out.
Watch
towards the tail end.
Catch the kinetics part where he talks about what's going on with Pulsar. It's still building on top of Titan-X. It's just that everything's going to be done over on Pulse chain.
Yes. So in order to, how does people get that alpha from how do they get that into that private streams with no permissions?
Yeah, I got to tell you that there was a big update for that, and that knows why. There was people taking information gleaning the information from our group and going and passing it off as their own information elsewhere, and they were taking some of the information that we were talking about and publicly talking about it, which is a big no-no in the no permissions group. I had it set so there's no screenshots or anything. These people were still doing screenshots, sharing them in other groups. So I was kind of pissed. So there is no more $20 level. It just an $8 level, which gives you all the
keep going. Sorry.
All right, all the alpha over on the Patreon, but it does not give you access to the Telegram. So that's where it's differentiated now. And then there's the $80 level, which gives you access to the Telegram, gives you access to the weekly, bi-weekly strategy calls, no permission strategy calls. where we're talking about that kind of stuff, and also the airdrops. So whatever airdrops we do, the $80 level is going to be the ones that get that. $8 level is more of a support thing, and I'll have a weekly video that's Patreon only. So I'm kind of copying what my boy Waters Above has done, where he has multiple tiers for his group, and it seems to be working for him. And I'm going to do that too. Before it was just a $20 tier, but people came in, took advantage, and they made themselves look like asses and got booted from the group.
Yeah. Right, and rightfully so. So good closing the back door and weeding out the people that need to be weeded out. Well,
I hate that, man. I hate snitches. I can't stand that stuff, man. My family, mafia, man. I come
right.
from a mafia background, man. Snitches get stitches.
But the thought was in my head. I was reiterating that inside my head as you just before you said that. I'm just like I was thinking it. I was thinking it for sure. There's no doubt about it. So, as I've been mentioning periodically, I've been working with harmonic hexagon on a weekly basis and whatnot, and just going over the different frequencies and just unpacking things and making sense of it. And she's amazing at what she does and how she picks up on things. So she was telling me about this website, and basically I wanted to start with what it is. We're going to add it to the stage here. And what is life force energy? Real quick here, life force energy is the energy of itself. It is the energy behind the creative process of life. It is the energy that sages talk about in Story of Creation and all things emerging from this energy. The sages explain that it cannot be described completely with words. It is the basic substrate of life itself. In different cultures at different times, it has been called prana, chi, and expressed in the body at times as Kundalini energy. It is recognized in the meridian system in Chinese medicine, and it can be manipulated through acupuncture and acupressure. It is a universal energy. So basically, how's it, so it's transmitted by frequency. And for those that may have heard of it, what is the Dr. Hawkins scale of consciousness? It's a measure. Hawkins documented these consciousness levels in a scale from 1 to 1,000. This scale, 200, is the level above which we begin to add energy to everything around us. Below 200, we are net consumers of energy. A few of the levels are shame, which vibrates at 20. Fear is 100. Courage is 200. Acceptance is 350, and love is 500. Enlightenment levels range from 600 to 1,000. So it's something different. I check it out yourself here. I got introduced to it, and there's like a monthly subscription and whatnot. It's just if you want some good energy or what have you, you need change the aura, the balance in your house. You can, have this sent to your house. You can have it sent to your mobile device. It's different. Do your own research on it. I'm just putting it out there. I'm going to try it myself. And we'll see what comes of it.
For sure.
Just like numerology and numbers and everything else. I
like the idea of what's funny is that you said that courage was a ranking of 200, because courage is it's a little bit on the fearful side, right? you have to, because you're actually scared at that moment. So I can see why that will be a lower level, not as much as love or something like that. Courage is like, get up and get it done, man, or else you're gonna die. That type of thing. That's
yeah. Exactly. So you add some good energy to your life, to your household, your abode, and if you need a little help.
I've never heard Harmonic Hex can talk.
What a voice! What a beautiful voice!
She exudes it. I love it when she comes in and talks in the strategy calls.
Yes, it's yeah, and like a voice of an angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear that? Hey, two spookies in the house. What's up, man?
Yeah. Bang, bang. Yeah. So you're like, yeah. So Too Spooky would hopefully, you get him on, and it'd be great if he was open to coming into the private chat. Heard him talk on the Degen Roundtable. He's very well spoken and has his ear to the ground in the meme game and everything.
I'm proud to say I was one of the first people to listen to him. He was on TikTok. Him and I and Super Hex Win. We're probably the first 3 people that were really taking TikTok serious. But Too Spooky led the way, man. Because he was just knowledge dropping all the time, and he would learn something, then he would just talk about it. And I think that he's one of those people that he was teaching in order to learn. Sometimes that's the best way for you to learn, right? And I think that was why I saw him doing, and I just seen him grow and grow and grow. And now he's got this fabulous project and the community behind him. And you're not doing good, brother, unless you got haters. And you got plenty of haters right now. And I love seeing it because you're doing good when you got them coming at your heels.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. That is that is a gauge, right?
Yep.
When they're coming at you from all sides, I guess you're doing something right, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah, make sure you pick out some HOA folks. I don't care if it's only $100 worth. Get it, and put 50% into some liquidity pool, and just let it ride. I put some together with Nope, and we can all the ships can rise together.
Yes. So there's also I don't have it pulled up. I was gonna try and pull up the Pussycat Farms. So if you're watching my outro, I do give a nod to the HOA community and some NFTs and everything. That from the Free Mint Fridays. So you really got to tune into the spaces on Fridays and Saturdays, because they're moving, they're going. You really should get into the
it's like a living organism. I think of HOA as like this organism that's always, forming into something new, and something new being born out of it. That's what's so cool about what's happening over there. And ideas that, like me, I watch what they're doing. I'm like, okay, I like that. I'm going to extract that and use it to help build something else over here. And that's what's so cool about, it's not just HOA, but the whole post-chain community is like that. We are definitely the tips of the spear, man. We're definitely out there trying new things and experimenting.
Yes, 100%. And if you guys haven't, let's see here. You guys should join the Tang Gang, and I'm gonna post the Telegram link here. So get in there, and that's the way to stay abreast of everything that's going on with all the free NFT drops. I mean, now, things are getting ratcheted up. You should have been there if you were there in the beginning. A lot of them were free. Naturally, the evolution of these things are worth, people's time, and they are of value. So a lot of it now is 69,420 HOA. Sometimes it's some OG, because you go on the Pussycat Farm, create some pairs, earn some OG from that standpoint. So it's up to the artist as far as what's required. and whatnot. So definitely get in there into the Telegram, get dialed in, and stay abreast when it comes to Friday, especially on their spaces. They're all over the place. You see it pop up on X all the time.
Yeah.
They are there. Anything else?
I got a meeting with Paul Sachs here in a few minutes. So, Paul, if you're still watching, don't forget our call.
Yeah, definitely. And then we have the Pulse Chain Tour coming up. So go to pulsechaintour.com. Get on that and buy your tickets for the different events. That's like March 6th through the 9th, like the second weekend in there. So wrapping it up, this Wednesday, gonna have Brandon Rags the Riches on, and we're gonna have SJ, Wild SJ is coming on as well. So we'll cover some of the basics of the tours, pick Brandon's Rags brains, see what he's got cooking in the kitchen, which might be one or two things. Texan Tokens doing really good, tell you that much. That they are. And then we'll see what guest SJ brings on as her military or first responder guest. Obviously, Rags was in the Navy. We'll go from there. And
don't be jealous of our tight white uniforms, man.
Oh man, yeah. Hey, you still can't beat the Marines dress blues.
No,
they have stood the time. They're just a sharp looking uniform. I tell you.
I think our dress blues are pretty nice too. The U.S. Navy one, and the U.S. Navy white officer uniform or the Navy chief.
Yeah,
that looks great.
Yeah, you make them drop for sure.
Remember the officer and the gentleman? Oh man, what a movie!
It's a classic. Love it. All right, peeps, it's been fabulous. Sir Randy, thank you for your time. Right? What's up? You better get some.
I'll
figure it out one of these days. All right, so we're gonna hit that outro. Watch the outro. Again, throw a little nod to the Tang Gang group, and it's what we do. So thanks, peeps. Love you, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.
First Saturday, hey! Isn't it supposed to be on 2 feet? Holy!
Yo, it's the Hexicans again. Crypto, this ain't the end. It's real life, not pretend. The code is what we defend. We some crypto junkies. Hex and Pulse Chain be comfy. The price action bananas. Chimpanzees, monks, making trust to sleep. How can I claim a loss? Hex and Pulse Chain, they didn't rug. Gary Gensler, we're the victims. I really think you just spreading some FUD. So tell me what this is about. Oh, you do anything for the clout? You are a joker, and I am dope, but that's just a fact. Full disclosure. So tell me what's next. You think Richard Hart's gonna run with the funds? I heard some influencers say that, and to me, that sounds really dumb. But that's just me, and we will see. Hex is no company. I own my crypto, how it should be. No restrictions, totally free. With DeFi, there's no middleman. Just code program to do what it do. Repetitive tasks, kiss my ass and regulate this new asset class, cause we some crypto